You are watching Influence Media, PSI TV, the Netflix of biz brands.
My guest today is Nelson Abella. He is a marketing coach and funnel software creator. Per my research, he has spent more than 2 decades trailblazing his way through extremely competitive yet highly boring industry selling high ticket. His latest mission is to raid, as he would call it, the bottomless pit of traditional vanilla flavored entrepreneurs to find those who want to break free from the shackles stifling their creativity. Nelson combines his unique brand of coaching with his own universe building sales funnel software to spice up the traditional business into a unique persona with targeted and interesting niche positioning. Nelly, thanks for being my guest today.
Thank you so much, Judy. Thanks for having me. This is exciting.
So, Nelly, I did actually download your app, and it's talking about your funnel system. Just kind of tell us a little bit about that funnel and that whole. A lot of people watching the show will be familiar with funnels and may already be using funnels. So tell us about your Funnelholics and what that is all about, and the app.
Yeah, so the app is a course on how to use the funnel software system located at buildyourarmy.com. And why it differentiates from the competitors that are already out there is it's a complete system. Booking online, hosting, email marketing, and automation is all included in the membership. And I do one-on-one coaching and strategy with the clients as well, whereas other systems don't have a complete package. And that's why I call it a universe builder, because you don't need any other pieces of software other than that one piece to have a complete ecosystem online.
So like when you're talking about these different pieces, so like somebody may have a calendar system.
That's right.
To book, and then they may have the email system to nurture the people, and then they may have the landing pages. You're saying
this is a way to utilize technology to do the same. So network marketing is one of the niches that could utilize my software system. And so that little course specifically targets the network marketers.
But when you say it makes you jealous, you're suggesting that they'll have better success with yours.
That's right. Exactly. With my strategies versus the traditional strategies.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Now, what did you mean by boring businesses? Is there such a thing?
There is, because my background heavily based on financing. So mortgages, car loans, heavy equipment financing. You're selling interest rates or payments. There's not a lot of glamour in that. So I consider it myself personally, I consider it a boring industry. Credit bureaus, financial statements, that sort of thing. And that's what I'm referring to. Most of my history, my 2 decades of high ticket selling, is in the financial space. So now I'm integrating my creative space of the technology and creating funnels and messaging to customers, along with my high ticket boring history into one.
So in other words, they can use your SaaS to put a little bit more spice into their
Exactly.
vanilla. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's right.
Now you have a book, Nelly. It's called Uncommon High. Yep, there we go.
Thank you.
Uncommon high ticket sales strategies that work. How do you define high ticket?
So I would say on the low end, either commission or selling price. So if the commission is over $1,000 or the purchase price is $1,000, then that's the low end of what I would consider high ticket. Generally, what I'm referring to is $30,000 commissions or higher. And we're talking about deal sizes that are sometimes in the millions of dollars.
Okay. So we've kind of talked about your SaaS, and there are many popular funnel systems out there: ClickFunnels, Groove, GetResponse, MailChimp. There's many of them. Just kind of walk us through Funnelholics a little bit. What sets it apart? I know you kind of mentioned it a little bit, but why would one choose? In fact, if they're already with a program, if they're already with a software, why would they switch?
So I personally used ClickFunnels, and it's actually why I started to look for a different source, because the the customer service end, I found the aftermarket support was lacking. They actually created a like a Facebook group to answer questions of, so users would be the tech support rather than having an actual tech support team. And I found sometimes the answers were incorrect. So when I was building a funnel and I was confused about how to integrate the different pieces of software that were required to make the funnel work, or even designing tips and things like that, I found I struggled in that end. So I needed more assistance. So the reason you would switch to me is because I will help you integrate all the connectivity. I'll connect the domain with you. I'll make sure your email list is working, collecting leads. I set that up for you so that you're not worried about the tech, even though the system eliminates all of that confusion. I still go that extra mile for the customers to make sure they're up and running. And then I will work with them to strategize as well. But the real differentiator is the fact that it is an all-in-one system. Like ClickFunnels doesn't have an online booking system. You have to pay for hosting separately. Mine has hosting included. It's super fast. It loads up really quickly. I found other services didn't load as fast as well.
What about price comparison?
Price comparison, we're pretty leveled off. It's the same. The difference is for my same price, you get more things built in, plus my one-on-one strategy working alongside with you to help you set that up. So you know exactly who you're working with.
And if somebody already had a system, is it easy to port it over?
It is actually, and I also have you can share the funnel, so I could even help build it with the client and then share it to their account for them, and they could just connect it and go. So it is really easy to port.
Okay. So you talk about a unique persona. Based on what we've shared, what you shared so far, it doesn't sound like you're doing the selling for the person. So what do you mean by unique persona, and how would that relate to a person being their authentic self?
So when I'm working with a client, I try to pull from them what makes them genuine to themselves and unique. A lot of entrepreneurs are afraid to speak certain messages because they're trying to please everybody, and with that they please nobody, and their messaging is very neutral, or I like to say vanilla, because it doesn't attract anyone. You don't create loyal fans that way. So I try to pull the person's actual character out of them and their personality, so that their messaging has their personality in it, and their business has their personality in it. And sometimes I assist with people to magnify that personality as well, so that it shines through and gets attention.
Some people don't have a personality. They are, in fact, very boring.
I struggle with them. No, I'm kidding. I think everybody has a personality. They just aren't confident in showing it.
Okay, there you go. Well, Nelly, is there anything else that you'd like to share?
Oh, I think this is great. Thank you so much. It's a great conversation, good energy. Appreciate you having me on.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. If you need to be communicating with your prospects. You need to be. First of all, you need to be attracting them. You need to have a system to capture that information. You need to be able to nurture that person, because they're not going to necessarily see your stuff and buy right away. So you need to have them through a system that feeds them regular emails on a regular basis. And then you need to have a system that books and all of that. And what Nelly's saying is basically, if you already have a funnel, fantastic, you need one. But maybe you want to consider Funnelholics, because it will pull everything together rather than having integrations from external applications into one SaaS, software as a service. And he'll help you port everything over, make sure all the systems work, all the links work. And you can find all of that at buildyourarmy.com, buildyourarmy.com. I will put that in the credits at the end. Nelly, thank you so much for being my guest today.